On a story that's still making waves around the north. A Sudbury man claims while in police custody, he was the victim of excessive force.
Tonight, he's telling his side of the story to CTV. Here's Sean Greg.
This is video from police cameras inside a cell block at the Greater Sudbury Police Headquarters on June 8th. 20-year-old Tanner Curry of Sudbury is in custody for public intoxication and for resisting arrest. In just a matter of seconds, everything changes, and then this happens. It appears that 130-pound Curry is being pushed into this window. The constable involved is Christopher Labreche.
For the first few seconds of me hitting the window, my head was ringing. I could tell he was physically screaming in my ear, and he was holding me up against the window.
Curry claims Constable Labreche was using unnecessary force while he was arrested, when all he wanted to do was make a phone call.
I was going to call my mother because, I didn't have a lawyer, and I was asking for my phone call because, like if you don't have a lawyer, you can be provided with legal aid is what I assumed. So I just wanted to speak to somebody because I wasn't drunk and I was asking to be breathalyzed, and they weren't breathalyzing me.
Prior to being taken to police headquarters, Curry says he was arrested in downtown Sudbury by Constable Labreche. He says he was leaving an Elgin Street bar around 2 a.m. to meet up with some friends on nearby Mackenzie Street. But when he got there, a fight broke out involving his friend.
I looked at the officer and I just said, excuse me, officer, the guy you were just talking to was the one who had punched my friend. And out of nowhere, right before my sentence was finished, he just pushed me as hard as he could and he yells, "Get out of my bubble."
But that's not all. Curry claims Constable Labreche then restrained and punched him in the face twice at the scene of the fight.
Out of nowhere, I received a firm strike to the side of my head, right in my temple. And as I looked to go see who was swinging the punch, I see another fist come in and hit me right on the cheekbone.
You can see on the recorded video, Curry already has a mark on his face before coming into contact with the window. How he got it, we cannot confirm. Curry says he was later taken to hospital and examined by a doctor.
He didn't really check my neck. I don't know if he was aware of that I was thrown head first into the window, but he just knew. He just checked my visible, the visible bruises I had on me.
After his hospital visit, Curry says he was brought back to jail and released the next day. The charges against him were later dropped. Curry's criminal defense lawyer, Trent Faldine, says he requested and released the video from Sudbury Police.
The allegation is that he committed an assault and an aggravated assault on my client.
Faldine says he's taken on the case to stop what he sees as police bullying.
When I watch that video, I see a 290-pound bully with a gun bash my client headfirst into a glass window. And that's very clear.
The Greater Sudbury Police Service declined several requests for an on-camera interview, but Chief of Police Paul Pedersen tells CTV News, "As an organization, we are legislated to comply with a series of checks and balances, as well as civilian oversight agencies as it pertains to the use of force. Our community can rest assured that we have met and followed all of these requirements as a result of the use of force applied in this case. After an internal investigation, police cleared Constable Labreche of any wrongdoing, an outcome Curry is not satisfied with."
That officer is still on the force, and he is, he's out there, still with a gun, still with a badge, doing whatever he wants.
Tanner Curry says he is seeking justice as an alleged victim of police bullying. He and his lawyer will be in court next month. It will determine whether this matter will move forward and whether or not charges against Constable Labreche will be laid. Sean Greg, CTV News, Sudbury.